This is Lindsay Says, because somebody has to say it. I never thought I would say that. Welcome back, besties. Was I the only one that has watched BROvoholic more than once? Because if you don't know me, okay, obviously I am heavily obsessed with Bravo. Like, do I even need to explain that? The only thing other than my family that I am more obsessed with than Bravo is Justin Bieber. I have always been obsessed. These are my two obsessions. Like, if you know me in real life, you know that I love Bravo, reality TV in general, and Justin Bieber. Okay. I lost my mind and I used to date like a psychopath. He made me throw away my Justin Bieber shirts and like psycho. And so I kind of like, my husband knew that I was a believer, and we got tickets to Bieber. I was pregnant. We went to the concert. I've kind of held it in. Okay. But what I would talk about all the time, like when he was really struggling, I'm like, is he going to be okay? Is he going to be okay? I talk about him all the time. But I never, I guess, really let my husband fully in on my serious obsession with Justin Bieber. And we woke up in the morning and watched BROvoholic because, he was performing 2 a.m. Michigan time, and we were watching with the boys, and I just like absolutely lost it. And my husband was looking at me like I was nuts, but I also lost it when he dropped the album Swag and Swag 2. I was sobbing because I thought he was going to be another Britney Spears, who is my other obsession. I just thought that he was gone, and I was really hopeful that he would come back. And the fact that he came back and he's better than ever and he's just succeeding on his own, like I was sobbing. And the fact that he was like crying to himself, and we were in the living room and I was dancing with my sons and like jumping up and down, having the best time. I cannot wait to watch weekend 2 of Bieber. And I've already warned my husband, if those tickets drop, if the tour drops, we are going to spend more than we have ever spent on concert tickets, like nauseating. Like, I don't care if we don't eat for 2 weeks. I will be as close to that man as humanly possible. I will. I'm obsessed with him. My husband, like, I would watch clips of BROvoholic after BROvoholic of like, this is when he found his voice. This is when whatever. I was sobbing all day long, sobbing. And my son's like, what's wrong, mama? And I tried to hold it in, you guys. And I was like, baby, sometimes you cry when you're really happy. And he just doesn't understand. And my son would say, we were jumping up and down to like, sorry. And he said, yay, beavers. He genuinely thinks that it's Justin Bieber. And whenever he like sees a beaver in a game or like a movie or something, he goes, mama, it's Justin Bieber. It's Justin Bieber. But very special. And we took the boys to a Tigers game last weekend. I've been picking out my outfits for the Hulu event. It's coming up quick. I just got like a nervous feeling. It's next Wednesday, the 22nd, this Hulu reality event. They showed it on Kardashians last year a little bit and Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. So I have no idea who's going to be there other than a couple other creators. And at first they asked if I wanted a +1. Like, I didn't even ask. They asked if I wanted a +1 and I said yes. And they put Torre's name on the list. And then they emailed like a week ago saying that Torre can't come anymore. But he's still flying out there with me because I think he probably just wants a break from the children, which is fine. But he also just wants to be there to support. So there's an after party. Hopefully he can get into that. But I'm excited. I hope to meet Stassi and the Villa people. If you haven't watched Vanderpump Villa yet, the new season is out, and so far it's really good. I've only watched the first episode, but I thought Marciano wasn't back, but he is, and it's very entertaining. Him and Hannah are still going back and forth. I thought that was done, but I hope to meet Stassi and all of those people. I'm excited. And I throughout all of this SCAMANDA stuff, I've messaged Amanda and Kyle a little bit. Like, Amanda and I have met in person, so I know that she knows who I am. And she recognized me before I introduced myself. And so in the beginning of all of this, I've been like, you know what, not Lindsay. I'm looking at my notes. I've said to her, you know what, you need to drop this guy, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to go to therapy, like giving her some advice. And she ignored me. But then after her apology, I reached out again and just was like, you need to figure this out. And she just messaged back, I'm sorry, teary-eyed face. And it's like, you are not sorry, girl. You are not sorry. And then I messaged Kyle just saying like, rooting for you and Loverboy, and showed him that I got like a Carl's a Mess sweatshirt, which I want that so bad for the airport. I want that so bad. And he said, thank you so much for the support. And he thinks that like the Bravo fan base is amazing. Cause I mean, I think this really did save his business. But let's get into, and tonight, I have a girls' night tonight with some good friends. Much needed girls' night out. And this group and I are going to Dominican Republic in like 4 or 5 weeks for one of our friends' bachelorette party. So I'm really excited. And that weekend, I think I'm not going to be doing the podcast because I just want to focus on her, but that's in a few weeks. So let's get into Say Less, Spill More. Say Less, Spill More. All of the recent Bravo gossip. I am not wearing makeup today, by the way. I have not had time. So please, if you're watching this on YouTube. But the Real Housewives of Potomac cast was dropped right after my episode last week. And the cast is Karen, Giselle, Ashley, Tia, Stacy, Wendy, and Robin is a friend of. And honestly, like, I think this is the right cast other than Ashley. Like, I would have much preferred to just see somebody new. I don't get it. And when this was announced, somebody realized that Ashley is surpassing some epic housewives with the amount of seasons that they've had. So she is at 11 seasons now, surpassing Lisa Vanderpump, Bethany Frankel, and Nene Leakes. I just don't think that's right. For me, I've just never really fully cared for Ashley. I think there are other people that are, much deserving of that amount of seasons. I just don't get it. And I don't think that we need her. And I don't really want to know her storyline anymore, but whatever. Who knows? Maybe this season will be the season. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and Southern Charm. Sutton was with the Southern Charm crew, Shep and Whitney, and I believe Patricia, because she posted it, but she wasn't in the picture, at the Masters. And in other Beverly Hills news, Erica was just on Watch What Happens Live on Thursday night. And she said that Sutton and Avi will never make amends. I am dying to know what happened there. And I even reached out to Avi to see if he wanted to be my first guest on the podcast. And he said that he's not doing any podcasts at the moment. And he said that he would let me know if that changes, but dying to know. And Andy Cohen asked Erica about opening up about the DV in her life in the past. And she said that she was so nervous about it that she considered quitting the show before it came out. She did not know what the reaction was going to be. I mean, she has gone through a lot, but we'll get into my opinion about her on the season finale in a little bit. Real Housewives of Miami, Lisa Hochstein turned herself in. Apparently this was a plan with her lawyer and that she has nothing to hide, and that's why she's doing that, to show she's innocent, apparently. But then an article came out, and I do not know if this is factual, but apparently Lenny found the device in the driver's seat taped down, and he listened to the device, again, this is alleged, and that he could hear Lisa's voice saying, okay, done. I mean, I'm hearing tea, and I can't really dive into all of it because it's not my tea to share, but people dive into my DMs here and there, and I shut my mouth until somebody tells me that they want me to do otherwise. But apparently this is not new behavior for Jody. That's all I'm going to say, that this is something that Jody does. And so it's very possible that this happened. Again, this is alleged. I don't know if this is fact. It's very possible that this happened, but like Lenny has done far worse to Lisa. And I believe Lisa said that he did this to her too. So it's like, can you just let Lisa go? She was also spotted leaving jail, saying that she loves her fans. And Adriana and Alexia met up with her as she was leaving, and people spotted her going out for drinks in her outfit, leaving jail. An icon, a legend, a queen. But I also made a joke saying that there was a warrant out for her arrest, and I asked, like, does this mean that she was late for jail? Because Lisa is late for everything. And of course, it looked like she had like light glam for her mugshot. I mean, you're gonna be shown, it's gonna be seen. You might as well look good. But Marisol reposted my post, the one talking about all of this and saying that was she late for jail. She reposted it, and I commented on her thread, and she was saying there's so much going on in Miami and I'm just staying in my house or something like that. And I commented on it saying, pick up your own cameras, ladies, and she liked it. It's weird to me. The more that they are not, you know, the longer that this takes to film, it's like becoming weird. I don't really get it. But Lisa also said that in her story, she posted something saying that these things are strategic. It sounded like obviously she was alluding to Lenny and saying that people like this do this at specific times to make things hard for you. And maybe Lisa got some sort of opportunity and he's trying to ruin it. Or maybe Jody and Lisa just got back together, because I'm hearing also that in my DMs that not Lisa and Lenny. Oh my God, could you imagine? That Lisa and Jody recently probably got back together. They were seen together on March 28th, and the rumors were that they split in January. In Salt Lake City news, Lisa's son, Jack Barlow. This is so funny. You guys need to go look for this. It's on TikTok. He did that trend where your old child, like if I were to lay my head on my mom and then they spit up milk and the caption says, like, seeing if my mom has motherly instincts. And he did that to Lisa. It is such a funny video. Please go look for it. And Mary and Angie unfollowed each other, okay? I am not the person that keeps track of this. I have no idea who does this, how they do it. I don't have time for that. But somebody reported that Mary and Angie unfollowed each other. So before I report that, of course, I'm going to do my homework and freaking check. And they were not following each other. So I posted about it in less than an hour. So my post was posted for maybe an hour, maybe a little bit less. And people were like, this is fake news. They follow each other. Before yelling at me, okay, maybe consider the fact that it would make more sense for them to follow each other back after all of these videos are coming out, all of these posts are coming out, that they would follow each other back, okay, before me just deciding to make up fake news. Does that make any sense to you? I am so busy, and I'm not going to just take time to make this fake video. I am not bored, okay? I miss being bored. So maybe think before yelling. But everybody was posting it everywhere. I would assume that Angie and Mary were like, you know what? Let's figure this out. Whatever's going on with them, let's figure this out. People are freaking out because Mary just lost her son. The last thing right now with all this SCAMANDA, everything going on in Bravo, Lisa getting arrested, all these things, we do not need to be worrying about Mary Cosby. We need her bestie to be there with her right now after her loss. This was less than 2 months after her son passed. We do not need to be worrying about their friendship. So please, I guarantee Angie was like, I'm here. Like, this will just, it looks so bad. Just work it out, whatever it is. Last season, Mary was upset with Angie because Angie was flipping out about Lisa. Like, it was like her obsession, and she was becoming a bully. And she was calling Lisa a bully, and Mary did not like how she was moving, and they got into a fight last season. And I'm hearing that it's similar to that Mary is not liking how she's treating the new girl, Ashley K. So maybe that's it. And in little clips that we've seen, it looks like Angie is super close with Heather, and like Heather's been problematic lately. So maybe that's what it is. Next Gen NYC news. Ariana Bierman posted a TikTok, okay, and it's her head. She's laying at the beach, and there's a man's arm petting her head, okay, with tattoos on it. And the caption of it, or it's a song, says, back with you know who. It was a sound. And Brielle and Kim commented on it, okay, and Brielle said, what, since when? And I would assume she recognizes the tattoos on his arm, that she knows that it's him. And then Kim said, love you guys so much. So she seemingly knew. But they broke up before filming for this second season of Next Gen NYC. And the rumors are that Hudson was cheating on her. And they've been together like forever. So I wouldn't be surprised if they got back together, but I don't love that he was probably cheating. In Summer House news, let's start on somebody else other than Amanda and West. Kyle Cooke was just spotted making out last night. Today I'm recording on Friday. They were spotted Thursday night making out in the street outside of the Page 6 like star-studded party. Meghan King. Okay. Real Housewives of Orange County housewife. One of the craziest ones. And he's, you guys, like, short kings, you know, I fully support, but he is on his tiptoes kissing her. I have no idea the height difference. I've seen Kyle in person. I think he's taller than me. I'm 5'7". She could have been wearing heels. So I have no idea, but very odd combo. And he posted a video where he was being interviewed very quickly by somebody asking about the SCAMANDA stuff. And because he made a thread saying like he didn't see all this coming in this most recent episode of Amanda. And he looks kind of insane in this video. You guys need to go look for it. He looked like really loopy. But I don't recommend dating Meghan King. And like she doesn't even have custody of her children. And I don't know if it's because like who knows what it is. If her ex-husband just like won the battle or what it is. But I don't think she's the one for you. Not a match. But he is 43 and she is 41. So I mean, maybe you never know. And Paige DeSorbo is the first person to win a People Magazine Media Impact Award. I'm proud of her. She really has so far killed 2025 and 2026. She has been killing it. No end in sight. And Ciara Miller woke up this morning and Ciara Miller was on the cover of Glamour magazine. Looking stunning. People in my comments were like, she has better pictures than that. How rude. She looks absolutely beautiful. She's like the most beautiful person on our channel, on many channels. Please. But she talks a lot about West and Amanda and her betrayal. I made a whole post about it. But she's going to the reunion. She has no idea what she's wearing. She might not follow the theme. I mean, she is the theme. But she said basically trust your gut and talked a lot about her experience as a Black woman. And I think it's so important. I think she's really making a difference talking about her feelings and for women of every kind. And I think that she is making an uncomfortable conversation more comfortable. And I think that is necessary that people don't really know. A lot of people don't know the struggles of other people that don't look like them in dating. And she said that interracial dating is a mind F, and like we should be talking about this stuff. This is something that shouldn't be so, you know, taboo to talk about. Like let's make this normal. Let's normalize this. I think she's going to make a huge difference for women of all kinds, of all different everything. But she was saying that women are often blamed for dating a-holes, and I've noticed this. Okay. Like when a woman dates a loser, they just go, what an idiot, to the girl. What an idiot. But you don't even realize that the guy is manipulative and convincing you that he is a different type of person. And then is like, snap, different. And you realize, oh, you are manipulative. Like these guys are trying to trick you. And the person that gets blamed is the woman for falling for it. We need to change that narrative. And she is really helping women. But I can't wait for the reunion. I cannot wait. Somebody in my comments, I might as well make this my favorite comment of the week, said that something along the lines of Ciara should be sitting in a throne and Amanda and West should have to sit on the ground and Ciara should throw stuff at them. And like, I think this could be arranged. Like, it doesn't have to be things that would hurt them. Okay. But like, she should be able to throw things at them. Okay. Even if it's like a Cheeto. Okay. Something as soft as a Cheeto. They deserve that. And I support that. A throne, 100%. Ground, yes. Yes. Amanda Batula was in a John's that had. I don't know what the F they were thinking. What were you thinking? And I commented on it saying Jersey Mike. I tagged Jersey Mike's and I tagged Ciara and I said, you guys need to speak. And shortly after, I mean, a million people tagged Jersey Mike's, not just me, but Jersey Mike's Jersey Mike's commented on the post saying, we would never betray you or something like that. We would always be loyal to you. But then my husband brought home Jimmy John's that night, and I don't know what he was thinking, but I'm going to ask him about it later in his segment, because like, what? People in my comments were like, you need to go sleep on the couch. What a disgrace. Sally from Southern Charm liked my repost of this woman making fun of Amanda, which was hilarious. West's mom still follows Ciara and does not follow Amanda. For those of you who think that Ciara and West were not that serious, consider that. His new girlfriend. I bet they haven't met. I bet West's mom is not fond of this. West's mom is also a gynecologist. I saw somebody post on TikTok that she goes to West's mom, and like, I would change my doctor immediately. But who knows? She could be a nice lady. She follows Ciara, so she could be Team Ciara. But this Us Weekly article talking about Ciara, there was a source saying that so this was all apparently what Ciara was saying, and that nobody talks to West. Only Kyle and Lindsay are talking to Amanda, and people aren't believing that Lindsay would, but they're on a new show together. I think Lindsay could be talking to her and maybe not being nice. You know, she's not probably supporting what she's doing. TMZ was like stalking Lindsay outside of the airport. She was so annoyed. But she was basically saying that she's not surprised about any of this. Hannah Berner was on Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition, and you guys, her body is perfection. She looks so good. And Luke is running for Congress. He says in this little ad, he goes, hockey coach, businessman, actor, reality TV, that's drama for show. What's happening in DC is real drama and real consequences. I mean, you do you, dude. I guess I would vote for him if I lived there. And KJ, he like made a song saying, you ain't a friend of mine, obviously about West, because West is the one that brought him into the show. But like, Ciara and West had such a quick like sibling relationship. They've bonded so much about like their ethnicity, what they've gone through, and then like West goes and does that after that serious conversation that we keep talking about. Like, what are you thinking? Vanderpump Rules news: Allie Luber, James Kennedy's ex-girlfriend, is now going to be on Perfect Match on Netflix, which will be interesting to watch. And Venus from the reboot, the one with the long hair, chopped his hair. It's now very short. So go look for that. I think it looks better now, honestly. People are appalled. I think he looks good. In the Valley news, kind of Vanderpump news, Brittany says, I mean, no ill will towards Sandoval, but he doesn't hang out with any of us. So I think Sandoval probably wants to be on the show. I mean, Schwartz is on it, and we know that their relationship isn't the same ever since Scandoval and like their restaurant, but I could see him on the show. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Parts of me aren't really loving the Valley right now. I love, a handful of people on it, but it's a little bit of a snooze fest at the moment. The Bravoholic Breakdown, my hot takes on the episodes this week. Let's get into Rhode Island. I am loving Ashley on this show. Ashley I feel like it's watching me, okay, because I'm a mom, I'm just a normal chick. It's like watching me hang out with housewives. But she like fits in, she's stunning. She's perfect for this show, but it's like watching a normal person on some level hang out with like cuckoos. This episode was insane. Absolutely insane. Liz was like talking to her husband about drama. She throws him a Studio 54 party for his 54th birthday, which was genius. And this party looked like a Great Gatsby movie. Like, insane house, insane party, so fun. The filming was beautiful. The editors, so good. But she is so defensive about Dino, and she said on Watch What Happens Live, it's because she knew coming into this that this would probably be a storyline. And she was saying that she thinks that she thought that she could squash this and just be done. But like, this is Housewives. And honestly, the more defensive she gets, the more guilty she looks to me. And I kind of think that it happened. And I kind of think that her husband doesn't care. That's the vibe I'm getting. And then Kelsey was talking to her and she was like, said something like the ongoing. And Liz snapped. She's like, the ongoing. What ongoing? And starts like cussing her out and ran upstairs to her room. By the way, like the black walls and the drapery and like the black bed frame, like, and the keep out with the cat with the wig. Like, what is going on this show? I feel like she snapped at Kelsey because she was also saying that Kelsey had a past with Dino. And I think she is jealous of that. Okay. But then Kelsey's boyfriend, we get to meet him. They were at a coffee shop and it wasn't Audrey's, which was funny. Like, maybe don't meet at a coffee shop. I don't know. Or meet at Audrey's. I don't know. But we got to meet him and it's totally because he was going to be invited to the party later. Because she says that at the party, she's like, this is not a hard launch. She was invited anyways. But it's like, it's so weird to show us your boyfriend number 2 and not boyfriend number 1 that you live with. And somebody slid into my DMs. This is listener T. I do not know if this is true or not, but somebody from Rhode Island said that they believe or they heard or whatever that Kelsey and this guy with the mansion don't even date anymore and that they just have an agreement that she can use his house because she actually lives with her mom, which would make some sense to me. I have no idea. But let's just say they are together. Like, does he know about boyfriend number 2? Does boyfriend number 2 know about boyfriend number 1? Are they jealous of each other? Have they met each other? Has boyfriend number 2 been in the house? Which one do you like more? Which one takes you out for your birthday? Which one takes you out for Valentine's Day? Do you switch? Do you get both of them Christmas presents? I just don't get it. But apparently her mom likes him. His name is Bill. And apparently she likes him more because there's a chance they could have a kid together. It's just wild. But I love Liz and Alicia when they're on the screen together. So funny. When Liz went to Alicia's house with those dolls, those Bratz dolls, obsessed with those dolls. And it's so funny because I believe it was episode 1 or episode 2, Alicia says that Rosie looks like a Bratz doll. It's just always in her brain. But Rula seemed like she was fake crying. She was saying that the kids can sense the difference in like their relationship since the cheating. But like, I swear that Rula doesn't even like him. I don't think she does. I feel like they're just together for the show. I think they're obviously going to end up splitting. Maybe season 2, season 3. But she said they never considered divorce. And Rula was saying that she hopes that nobody continues to push her. And it's like, nobody's pushed you yet. We've barely seen you on this show. Team Joellen, and I barely know anything. The fact that they wanted to ruin Joellen's career because she was being a good girl's girl, and telling her what everybody knows, why would you try and ruin her career and call her place of work? I feel like that's absolute insanity. Rula was immediately pissed when Joellen and her husband showed up, and they pretty quickly had to sit down, the 4 of them, but Joellen's husband was sticking up for her the way that a husband should. And he was like, you absolutely do not do this. You come to me. You do not call my wife's place of work. Like, she pays the bills. Insanity. This guy is nuts. And I think Rula is too. But Joellen was saying that she swears on her kids that he is doing something. And he was like, we all have our own thing. I don't think so. Maybe in Rhode Island, I'm gathering, but we don't all have our own thing. And then they left because they didn't win the argument. And Rula was like, she was in the car and she's like, why didn't you defend yourself more? And he's like, well, you're doing a pretty good job. Could he be more obvious? And there's a bunch of drama going on right now with his mistress, which is insane. Like, I think she's being sued by him. So I think she definitely wants her side of the story out. And I would not be surprised at all if she was on the show in the future. So Liz squashes the conversation because she just wants to enjoy her husband's birthday. And when they were walking away, Rula's husband said, oh, I thought they were going to say that I went to a Diddy freak off. What? Okay, so you're telling on yourself? Because why would you think that? So you did go to a Diddy freak off. This is a disgusting human being. Housewives of Atlanta Phaedra and her son. Every time I see Aiden, I get so emotional because I think about that scene when he's going to kindergarten and he said, am I still your baby? And they showed it and they show him driving and apparently he's his dad's DD. Ew. I'm not surprised, but ew. We see Portia and Kelly and K. Michelle sit down at lunch, and it was totally aimed to like go after Kelly. And I made a whole post about this, but I am obsessed with K. Michelle. I think she is so freaking funny. I love the tone of her voice. I love her personality. I love like who she is in the show. I feel like she's kind of like a Rachel Zoe, where they have like one-liners. They're not the insane person. They want to get along with everybody. They're new to the group and they're iconic. She's like the Rachel Zoe of Atlanta, I'm calling it. But she was like, why am I at this meal? Why am I here? And Portia calling out Kelly for cheating. Like, I 100% believe that Kelly did that, but the story doesn't make any sense. And that's why I think that it's real. Because what do you mean there's a phone call and a text thread? And who called who? And who was in the bed? And what? And Dennis, what? And Portia, who? What? I don't understand, but I believe that Kelly was with a married man. I do. And the way that Kelly wanted to hug Portia after the conversation was fake as F. Like, I think she's fake like that all the time. Because then she was real when she was at her party for her restaurant and Portia didn't go and she was pissed at Portia for not going and just sending flowers. And she like broke the arrangement. She's like a broken flower for a broken person or something. And Portia called to be supportive. And Kelly like kind of, tells her off on the phone and Shamia looked so happy. It just seems like Kelly is Shamia's soldier. But Angela said that Kelly's food is top tier, which is nice because I don't think they 100% get along. But we also see Angela and Phaedra squash their beef, which I'm so happy because I never thought that was Phaedra doing that. And Phaedra was like, that was like the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me. And I 100% believe Phaedra. But we get to meet Sway and we see a flashback of Portia with Pepsi from one of the Ultimate Girls trips where this guy Pepsi tells Portia that she's going to end up being a lesbian. So funny because it's true. She's fluid. She seems so happy with her new girlfriend Sway and they're just traveling all over the place and they just look in love and happy. But also Kelly calls Portia Horsha. Has that ever been said before? Because if it hasn't, how? I feel like that, even though like I'm team Portia, I think Horsha is a very funny dig. Okay? Very funny shade. We see K. Michelle on the red carpet. We see her performing at a country awards. I think it was America's Country Music Awards, whatever. I like country. I don't follow it as much as I do other things. But she like goes on stage, she sings, but before she went on stage, she was sitting on the couch or a chair and it was soaked, which is so disturbing. She stands up, they dry off her dress, she has to perform, and then she ends up going to the hospital and she has an infection from she got her body done. She had illegal silicone injections. I believe it was in her butt or something. And she overdid it and she's been paying for it for years and she just like is hating herself for it. And it's like, she didn't know that was going to happen. And I feel so sad for her. I hope she's okay. I assume she's okay, but that I do not like having storylines be like health issues and not knowing if somebody's okay. Time for Summer House. We should call it something else like Psycho House. Something crazy. I don't even know. That's not a good name. Ben and Amanda talking. We saw a flash of this like through the week of her being like, shame on you. Don't put this on me. Shame on you. But it's like, she was basically saying that Ben was flirting with her and she was flirting back and that he was so obsessed with her that there was a group text about how he needs to leave her alone. And I guarantee that she was hitting on him and he was hitting on her back. Like she was probably giving him the signal that she's in an open relationship or something. And so he was going to go for it. I mean, they were skinny dipping together. She's probably all over him. Like think about how she is with West. I don't blame him. Okay. I blame her. Shame on you. Like I cannot stand her anymore. I don't know how she was ever my favorite. I don't know how I didn't see it. disappointed in her and in myself. But she's like, are we just supposed to be like, yay, you showed up? I mean, there's two sides to Sabrina, if you ask me. Number one, I think she's jumping in too quickly with this group. I think she's clearly a fan. I think she clearly wanted to be a bed bug. I think that's obvious. But I don't even care about that because Amanda is being so disgusting that it makes me not even care. If Sabrina's trying to be a third bed bug, like, I'm like, sure, join the group, replace Amanda, be bed bug number 2, or you're bed bug number 3, and Mia is now a bed bug 2, and Amanda can go. Like, that's how I feel. But I think that Amanda just wants all of the attention out of all of the men in the house. She wants to be the favorite of all of them. She wants them all to look at her butt when she walks away. And when she said that to Wes, when she went up and like snuggled to this girl and Wes when he brought her to the party, I think it was very clear that Wes is in like kind of a relationship with this girl, at least like hooking up, and she just wanted to go to the house because it was like immediate. I think it's clear that Wes considered banging Ciara, considered even maybe banging Amanda, a random at the bar, or the girl that was sitting on his lap at the party. And ridiculous. Why would he do that stuff in front of Ciara when all summer he's been like wanting to be friends with her again and like still has feelings for her, said how happy he was with her. Ben's like, what the F? And the fact that Ciara is glaring from across the pool and being a better friend than Amanda after 35 seconds. And Mia was immediately like, he's off my list. Like, he's done. Amanda didn't say a word. Amanda went over there to get his attention and to hang out with him and flirt with him. Poor girl, whoever she is, she's trying to steal your man right in front of your face. And then she walks away and says, look at my butt when I walk away. And then she goes up to Sabrina, and Sabrina goes over there, and she's just trying to separate Wes and this girl. And then Amanda, she leaves Amanda with her man, and Amanda's like talking crap about Sabrina and like, she's such a girl's girl. It's incredible. Disgusting. And her apology to Sabrina earlier in the day was not an apology. She was like, it wasn't my place to tell you that. So basically you're saying he is in love with you, he does like you, and that it should have been him to tell you. How about like, I don't even know that to be true. I mean, or I never should have said something like that. That's not even true. Like, I don't get what you should say, but you shouldn't say that in the first place. What are you doing? And the fact that Ciara was like making her feel better and like crying to her and saying you're magic and like giving her excuses and saying it's because Kyle. And it's like, no, you're just a bad person. You're just a bad person. Mia made me so sad talking about her parents that passed and having those dreams. I'm obsessed with her on this show. I think that she's going to be on Bravo for a really long time. I think she fits in with this group so well. But she was saying that she wants to see a medium, and I do too. I don't even know if I want to speak to anybody. I want to have my palm read. But Jesse was saying that they need to have boundaries, Ciara and Wes, because they're like touchy and stuff and flirty. And he's like, yeah, Wes isn't going to settle down until he's Kyle Cooke's age. And Kyle Cooke is still like not settled down. He's never going to settle down. But Wes and Ciara looking at each other in that hallway and then going straight to him kissing another girl on the same couch. And him also like totally banging Amanda. Like, there's no doubt in my mind. Wes was sitting on Amanda's lap when Jesse was explaining the party that they were going to throw. And we know from Ciara that Wes sits on people that he likes. And then when Amanda was sitting with that girl and Wes and he's like playing with her hair, and then they're talking about Ben's cutout figure, and she like bonked him in the willy on the figure. And she's like, yeah, I never saw his ween. Why are we talking about other men's weens? You're married. It's really weird. But it makes me sick. Apparently next episode, we're going to hate it even more based on what Andy's saying. And he was saying that they're kind of like editing it right now, which is kind of clear to me because they time-stamped when West and that girl were kissing. And it said like August something 5/16, like something so specific. And I think they're doing edits like that to show that maybe they now know. Like, I don't think they knew during filming, but I think that they now possibly know that Wes and Amanda were previously together. Or are they trying to show that, because I think Wes and Ciara hook up at like the end of the season. And so maybe they're trying to show like the distance between that time, or like, I don't know. I don't know how he gets back with Ciara. He is so manipulative and so disgusting. And I never want to see him on another show, which gets me to, can I be petty for a second? I know this might be obvious, okay, but I just need to say this flat out that I've been more hard on Amanda because I am more disappointed in her. She was possibly my favorite of all time on Bravo, okay? Like, the turnaround that I've had has been insane. So I haven't really said enough about Wes. I think he is a disgusting human being. I wish he was never brought on this channel. And we are hearing that there could be a spinoff of West in the Ozarks because he's from that area with his group of friends. And I just need to say here and now, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see him on this channel ever again. I want the reunion and I want to be done. I don't want to see him on House of Villains. I don't want to see him on Traitors. I don't want to see him anywhere. That was the Raquel treatment. That's what happened to Raquel. That's what I want to happen to Wes. I don't think he deserves a platform. I want to be done with him for good. And I really don't want to see Amanda anymore either, but I just need to make that very clear. I am done with Wes Wilson and his fake games and his manipulation. Done. He thinks that he's going to get, I heard like some like information that he thinks that he's going to get like the Sandoval treatment and be on Traitors and all these things. I don't want to see him. At least like Tom Sandoval, we can make fun of him and like laugh and it can be funny sometimes. There's nothing funny about Wes. There's nothing that I want to see from him. I don't want to see his clothes. I don't want to see who he's dating. I don't want to see anything. Bye-bye. Southern Hospitality. I feel like I'm a bit bored by this season. I'm a bit bored. Maddie and Joe are mad at each other. He lied to her by omission. He's going out. I mean, this is the last thing that you should do if you want to marry her when she is sober and she doesn't trust people and she doesn't want him like heavily partying. She called him like the drunk of Charleston. I think he's making some bad moves and he is giving her even more trust issues, and lying by omission is still lying. But he's like, I'm not sneaking around. You have my location. But it's like, just tell her, like, I have my husband's location. I don't ever look at it. I want him to communicate where he is. I literally only look at his location if I'm like, okay, when is he going to be home? Like if he's driving home, I literally want to see how many minutes away is he. Or if he's on a work trip or something and he's not responding, which is very rare, I want to see that he is alive, like, or where he is, or like what's going on. That's it. You know? I think they're bringing the drama. I think it's interesting. I just don't have a lot to say. Does that make sense? Valley. Brittany has her boob consultation. Luke sits down with Jason. I don't know what he's thinking. He thinks he's the person that can get Jason and Danny back together. And it's like, you're friends with Danny. Since when are you really like friends with Jason, and why are you trying to get in the middle of it? I think it's very clear that Danny has set a boundary, and I think that boundary makes a lot of sense. Nia and Janet hate each other. Kristen and Janet hate each other. Danny and Jason do not need to be friends. Jason crossed a line. He believes everything that Janet says. Why are you getting in the middle? And Kristen loved the girls' night because she got to stay out late. She's not hungover. She didn't have to have sex. And she's like, let's do it again. And Lala was talking about Jasmine, or Jasmine was talking about Lala, and she was saying like, Lala wouldn't be hanging out with us if it wasn't for this show. And I 100% agree. But then Michelle told Lala, and Lala asked Jasmine, and Jasmine lied, which was two-faced. And I wish that Jasmine just freaking said it to Lala's face. But then Brittany's boyfriend, what a freaking loser. Who is this guy and why are you on the show? And he like thinks he's a new character, and he thinks that he can have an opinion about Jasmine, even though I do like Jasmine more than Lala. Okay, he has the right opinion. However, your new girlfriend is closer with Lala, and you should probably just shut your mouth. And the fact that he brought that information to the party and spread all of this gossip and made a whole fuss is very Jax. And if Brittany doesn't walk away immediately, like, they're not even together anymore. So I hope that she just squashes it and we never see him again, honestly. But Luke asks if Danny wants to sit down with Jason, and he's just kind of like, I need to like think about that. But he was wearing a cowboy hat because they were having a cowboy party at Danny and Nia's. And he was being so annoying with his accent to Nia, and I could tell that Nia was getting the ick because he wasn't listening to her and he just kept having this accent. And part of me was wondering, like, I don't want to assume anything, but part of me was thinking, like, maybe he had a couple drinks and it was bugging her. But when he was talking to Luke, I feel like he still had his accent, and maybe that's because he's an actor. Beverly Hills finale. I'm kind of excited this season's done. I liked it. People hated it, but the Erica and Sutton and Kyle Dorit takedown is really killing me. It's just clear as day to me, and I don't know how Erica can't see that, and she still doesn't even see it on Watch What Happens Live. She doesn't really give much away because of the reunion, but it seems like they're still not good. And she's like speaking up for Kyle. Like, how can she not see that? But she said that she's mostly hurt because of it seems like she's mostly hurt about the Bose comment, that Bose has been there the most for her. But she also is like, when she was arguing with Dorit at Kathy's party, she was saying, like, you called me the C word. And it's like, you are the queen of saying that word and of making it mean something else. Like, I'm pretty sure, didn't she wear a necklace that said that once? And you're offended. That's how I know this is a stretch, because she is offended by that word. It's fake. You are looking for a reason to dislike Kyle or to dislike Dorit because Kyle's in the back of your head. And they were pretending, like last episode, Sutton was saying, like, this wasn't planned. But then, like, this episode, it's very clearly planned that they were going to hang out instead of going to Dorit's party. And Dorit is so hurt. You could see, like, she wanted to kind of cry. When they were at Kathy's party and Dorit and Erica were talking about it. She's like, I can see that you don't care. I can see that. She doesn't care at all. She is pissed, and I don't really get why. Just because she's late? That's how I know. I think that Kyle, Sutton, and Erica had to sit down, and they were like, we're sick of this Dorit storyline. Let's make her uncomfortable. Let's get her off the show. When it's insane because Dorit needs the money right now. How do you not support your friend who's trying to make money on their own when you're talking about how they're spending and they don't have money? I don't get that. Even Amanda Francis pushed stuff aside to support. But did you the part where Amanda Francis was like blabbing about making money to Kyle, and she's like, yeah, I go to support the money. Kyle's face looked like she wanted to slap Amanda. It looked like she wanted to slap her. Oh my gosh. But at Dorit's party, Tilly's purse fell on the ground, the $40,000 bear, and she was like, ow, mommy, it hurts. That was devastating. That was devastating to watch. That purse. Like, that's something that's you can't replace, you can't fix. So sad. But I think that Sutton wanted to trigger Dorit to like yell at her at the party, because I feel like the conversation was over. They were leaving. Kyle was bitching to Nikki Hilton about Dorit, and they're like, when is this going to stop or whatever. But I think Sutton knew that things weren't going to go very well with Dorit, and so she brought something up to her to stir stuff up again. And it's like, maybe talk later when things die down. Like, you are not really actually upset. Your feelings are not actually hurt by her saying, I'll hate you forever. You don't care about Dorit. You want her off the show, and you're trying to trigger her. But it was nice to see when Bose announced her engagement at Dorit's party. All the girls were so genuinely excited. It was really cute to watch. But there has been some growth in Amanda, because Dorit at one point goes, there's a bride among us. And Amanda was able to be silent in that moment. That was impressive. She didn't one up. But Kyle's vibe when she was like, I heard your event was a success to Dorit. And she's like, I hope it's a big success. I'm sure it will be. Like, her voice. Ew. The way she was acting was so weird. And she basically says by the end of the show that she doesn't want to be friends with Dorit anymore. And I honestly think that that is for the best. For everybody. I don't want to see them talk anymore. I want this to be done. I want this storyline to be done. I think Kyle needs to go. I don't think we can have both of them anymore. Ladies of London. I mean, watching this episode was just so entertaining. This Longleat place that Emma lives at, that she runs, is the coolest place I've ever seen. It is beautiful. And the fact that people can buy tickets and just go into her house and just like use her bathroom is kind of insane. And they have like this zoo. I would never leave. I would never leave this place. But you can tell that Mark loves Emmy, loves Emma, and like that's like his main person on the show. He is not going to do anything to disrespect her and lose his friendship. And Margot cannot give up this argument. Like at the end of the day, I don't think that Mark likes Margot, okay? And so he's picking apart things that she does. And like if other people do it, he doesn't really say anything. I think he just doesn't like her. I think she's just not his type of girl and he doesn't respect her. But I think that if she took the high road and was like, whatever, it's just clothes and you're saying that I'm an actress, whatever. If she just took the high road and was like, this doesn't bother me, I think that she could have won him over and he could have been like, I was wrong. But I think her leaning into it endlessly and not dropping the topic, like they were showing him at Longleat and he's like, I'm having so much fun. And all she could talk about was him. She could just not stop talking. And I think that she is jealous of his spot in the group, that he's like one of the cool people. And they're all cool. I want to be friends with all of them. But it's like Kimmy and Mark and Emma and Martha, I think, are the people that everyone wants to be friends with. And I think that it bothers her that he doesn't like her, which it would bother me too. But she doesn't stop talking about him. And that's not the way to do it. So they're having like a tea party and she's telling Micah that she's like the Martha Stewart of etiquette. And then she goes and grabs that tray with all these beautiful little snacks and just like sits at the table. And you know that that's not good etiquette. You know that that's not good etiquette. And you do it in front of Micah. Like, I think she is trying to cause a stir. And at first I felt bad for her. And now I'm like, I think you kind of are becoming the problem. And I did see her underwear. I did see it. Whatever. I mean, who cares? But like, and I was thinking Emma has her midriff showing. Who cares? But I did notice it. But I think Margot is making an issue for herself because she's saying like, I don't have anybody on my side when people are on her side. And she's just kind of losing friends doing this. So Margot is like losing it at this event. They're at the tea party. They go outside. And Margot's like, she's like complaining to Emma about Mark at her event that she's working so hard for. So she's complaining to Emma and eating the snacks before Emma's, giving it to you. And Emma's just like, go talk to him or something. Like she doesn't want to talk to you about it. So she's going to say, go talk to him. Mark doesn't want to talk because they're at Longleat and he wants to impress Emma. If you really wanted to squash this is the wrong place. Like you should have waited until maybe like after Longleat, maybe pretend for a second that it doesn't bother you and then talk to him. This was just like going to be an issue, her doing this. So Martha goes up to him and she's like clapping at him and he's like, don't clap at me. And he's like, I'm leaving, unmic me, because he doesn't want to look like this at Longleat. I understand. And then Margot starts yelling across the grass. And I understand fully why Kimmy is pissed, because now Mark is leaving, because it's like she like kind of forced him to leave, because you either argue with me or you leave. And so he decided to leave. And Kimmy got so pissed. And I feel like I've kind of switched sides. Even though I think that Mark is unnecessarily being mean, I think that Margot has made this worse than it needed to be. Nobody wants to talk about it anymore, and she just doesn't stop talking about it. You are at like the coolest place ever. Focus on something else. On to Ask Torre the Bravoholic.
Ask Torre the Bravoholic.
Oh, I'm so happy for you and your segment. Hello.
I'm dripping in sweat right now.
Why?
Because I just got off the treadmill. I just showered. I just got dressed very quickly. And I have to run to a work meeting. So keep Ask Torre the Bravoholic a little short today.
Okay, but first I want to talk off topic. What did you think about Biebercella?
It's great. Biebercella. Everything you've ever wanted in your life.
Were you surprised by my reaction?
What, crying every day? It's a little insane, yeah.
It was not every day.
You cried at least once, like for like 3 days straight.
It was very emotional.
It's a little too much. It's a little stalkerish.
There's nothing stalker about it. If you're a believer, that is really a magical day.
I thought it was a good performance. I don't know why people are hating on it, but
People hating on it don't love Justin Bieber because that was him singing to his younger self and healing himself and Beliebers.
Yeah, well, let's see if he goes on tour and we can spend, our life savings on some tickets.
Yeah, we will. Definitely. Okay, oh yeah, so why did you decide why the F did you come home with Jimmy John's?
Because I was hungry and needed something quick.
But like you saw the ad and you thought, I'm gonna come home with Jimmy John's that day.
If Jersey Mike's was in a better spot on my drive home, maybe I would have stopped and got a number, 9. But I went and got a sandwich from Jimmy John's.
Appalling. People said that you needed to sleep on the couch.
Well, I'm not gonna let Amanda dictate my dinner choice.
I mean, really, really interesting choice. Really interesting. Do you want to say that you're Team Ciara?
I am Team Ciara. I bet Team Ciara's crushed some Jimmy John's in her, in her life. So
You think that she has?
absolutely.
The last time I ate it, I had the worst gas of my entire life.
I remember you almost ruined a wedding because you were so gassy.
I was in so much pain. But I mean, anyways, what were your thoughts overall on this most recent episode of Summer House, like Amanda and Wes's behavior?
Disgusted.
No, seriously.
I was disgusted. It was ridiculous. What do you mean?
Like, what has happened to her voice?
She's a completely different person. Like I told you when we were watching, I really think production is really highlighting her. They've kind of hit her, I think. I mean, again, as I drip sweat from my shower, I don't know. Maybe I wasn't locked in the past. I don't remember her having this personality.
I just think that we were seeing her in a different light.
No, it's not even just that. She was completely different. And I can't wait till next week's episode because
Andy Cohen said it gets worse.
She's a freak.
No, something's wrong with her. Like, on what planet do you think that it's okay? Well, I have some questions. What would you do if like one of your buddies was like sitting on me and playing with my hair and had his arms all over my shoulders and stuff? And I told him to look at my butt.
It'd be weird. I mean, yeah, it would. There's some of my friends that I'd probably let it slide, but they're not.
If I was like, look at my butt when I'm walking away.
No, it's very odd behavior. It's very odd.
Under no circumstance would you like that.
No, I mean, I also trust that you wouldn't be hooking up with one of my friends.
Well, duh. But like, I think you might be fine if your friend sat on me or something, but like hair playing is weird.
Yeah, hair playing, cuddle, like, yeah.
It's weird.
They do more than hair play. They like go into their own rooms, like separate areas together. It's very odd.
It's gross.
And I don't care how much Kyle's cheated on you. Yes, that sucks. It's terrible.
But then
like,
leave.
you don't just continue to do it back. That's why someone commented on your post about the video clip of her saying that should I do
retaliating, basically. Revenge.
Someone was like, well, that's kind of like a normal thought. No, it's not a normal thought. A normal thought is just to break up and move on. You dummies.
Literally leave. You literally just go find somebody else, which makes me think people's theories early on of her being on the show for summer or dating him for Summer House for the show is probably accurate.
Yeah.
What did you think about Amanda's apology to Sabrina?
Awful. She didn't even apologize.
She was like, that wasn't my place to share.
Oh, it wasn't my place to tell you that he's in love with me. Someone else should have told me.
I feel like the Sabrina stuff is layered because I don't agree with Amanda. I think she's being an absolute hater, like, because she wants Ben's attention. But do you think that Sabrina just like wanted to be a new bed bug?
She's definitely trying to get on the show 100%. She's very involved quickly. Kind of came out of nowhere. I mean, I feel like they're going to put her on like next summer's Summer House.
I think they will.
With Ben.
Like a part of me likes her and a part of me is like, okay, pump the brakes, girl. What did you think about Brandon on the Valley?
Scumbag.
Kind of similar to, I mean, he's obviously like way worse than Sabrina trying to be on the show, but like, I feel like he definitely just wants to be on the show.
I mean, that guy, if you don't like immediately think scumbag, sleazeball, slimy,
He looks like Jax a little bit.
Yeah, he's trash, man. He's trash.
Did you notice that he was wearing your hat?
What hat?
The boy dad hat, and the one that I wore when I was pretending to be Jax in a video. How weird is that?
That's weird. It's a very popular hat. It's not because of you.
Duh. I'm saying, what are the coincidences?
Very.
What is the word?
Coincidental.
Right. Whatever. Anyways.
Yeah, he's Brittany's got major. Brittany and Amanda might need to do like a couples a tag team therapy session with some therapist about their life choices.
And I don't want to watch.
I don't want to be a part of that at all.
Like, go figure it out, weirdos. How do you like Lala on the show?
I'm just done with Lala.
Yeah, I don't get
I told you we were watching that show and I felt weird watching it. The party bus scene, everything was just like, who am I? Like, it was sad. It was
weird.
A sad watch.
I feel like, yeah.
I mean, it was a sad watch. I don't know what, getting into the families with they all have kids, they're all going out. I mean, it's kind of like watching us live our everyday, and I don't know if I want to do that.
I mean, on some level I enjoy it, but like I enjoyed not having Janet on the episode. Did you? Didn't
even notice. And that's probably the point.
Yeah. But I feel like Jesse also wasn't on the show. Really.
Very weird episode. I feel like they better have something cooking, because if every episode's, I mean, did everyone else agree that the episode kind of sucked?
I feel like people didn't really talk about it, which probably means that it did.
Yeah, I feel like it's slipping in the Bravo cracks, so they better spice it up.
Yeah, it was not the best episode, and I feel like they're all just, obviously being parents and stuff, but a little bit of it is boring.
Yeah.
Do you think Danny, the girl on Watch What Happens Live, said that Danny has a problem? What do you think she meant, and do you think he has a problem?
I mean, are we still on the alcohol issue?
But the two problems were alcohol or like going after chicks.
Have we seen any of that? I mean, I guess
no, but I think he wasn't listening to Nia very much.
Yeah, well, I mean, they have like 4 kids. They have no life. They're in one right now. They have another 5, 6, 7 years until they can probably have a normal life again.
Oh my God. That's really upsetting. I don't even want to think about that. Are you sad about the Hulu event?
Why would I be sad? Do people even know what you're talking about?
I talk about it in the beginning of the podcast.
I mean, it's your event. I'd be just recording you anyways.
I know, but it would have been kind of cool.
Sure, it would have been cool.
They probably would have treated you like they did at Clorox.
Maybe. I'm not gonna. It does not ruin my day. I'm gonna find something to do. Yeah. I don't need to pack anything. I don't need to worry about an outfit. I really would
just go explore.
I would have been chasing you around with a camera.
Yeah, now you can just kind of chill. That's kind of
nice.
I
mean, I would have been nice. I mean, but when I went to BravoCon, I'm just looking at people with just layers and layers of makeup on. Like, it's these.
I literally had to last night. I had to sit on the couch and look at like makeup tutorials, because I'm not even wearing makeup today. Do you have any other thoughts?
No, I feel like this is a pretty weak segment this week. There's nothing spicy.
Oh, Ciara was on Glamour magazine.
Yeah, I mean, you just read about it this morning.
What did you think about that?
I'm glad she finally had a platform to speak out. It's all good. I just need the reunion to happen. Of course,
that's what we really need.
I need actual confrontation.
Oh, and Kyle Cooke and Meghan King. That's pretty juicy.
Yeah, I mean, I commented on your post. I didn't know. Look, I knew he was short. I said I wasn't aware that he was a short king, but I didn't realize he was a tippy toe, stand on your tippy toes, kiss a girl.
Well, Meghan King is tall.
Well, we need to figure that one out.
We were right next to him in person.
I don't remember. I'm recording you.
I think he's taller than me, and I'm 5'7".
I didn't look at him and say, man, that's the shortest guy I've ever seen. But that picture, that video of them kissing is ridiculous.
Yeah, the tippy toe is wild. The tippy toe is wild. But I think we were with him in person. We didn't talk to him. He was heavily avoiding, we feel. But I think he's taller than me. But I wasn't wearing heels.
I mean, dude, what are you doing kissing this girl out in public? I mean, what are we doing, Kyle?
Yeah, why are they all making out in public?
Like, why? I mean, I know the streets of New York, you just walk around place to place. You're not hiding all the time. Like, we can just drive somewhere. But I mean, what are you doing?
Do you think on some level he's like, let's get in the news?
Yeah, every day.
Let's help each other out. You think?
Help each other out?
Like, let's help each other out and get some publicity.
Yeah, but I mean, I think I have no idea who this girl is, this woman, but I don't
You know
think,
Jim Edmonds.
yeah, great baseball player. Made one of the greatest catches of all time. Had a great swing, hit bombs.
He wasn't very nice to her.
Probably
on
took
Orange County.
steroids. I'm almost positive he took steroids, but
Problematic couple. She was cuckoo.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, from what I've read, I just saw an article you pull up about custody. Yeah. If she can't even get custody of her kids, why are we dating these people?
And he's an a-hole and she doesn't have custody. Like, that's a problem.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he just has better lawyers. Who knows?
Who knows? Final question. What's your favorite thing about me?
What? What? You're funny.
Would you love me if I was a worm?
No.
You wouldn't?
If you woke up looking like a worm, I would toss you in the mud outside.
If I just shrunk right here into a worm, you just would throw me outside?
I'd go find one of those birds back there, a blue jay or a cardinal, and I'd have that thing swoop in here and scoop you up.
So I would just be, what if I was a worm for 2 hours?
Okay. Now
how do you know?
You didn't set a time limit.
Well, I don't know what the time limit is, and you're just going to give up on my worm body?
If you became a worm, who would help me take care of the children? You as a worm?
How about you keep me in a jar with some dirt?
No, you would serve zero purpose. Are we serious right now?
What if I still had my soul?
How do I know that? You couldn't talk.
So you would just decide to be like, she doesn't have a soul, and you're going to toss me in the dirt outside?
This is what I deal with like every single night is like a new hypothetical.
But this is Ask Torre, so I thought maybe I should ask some questions today.
We obviously had no one sending any. I bet you didn't even check. I didn't even check.
Do you know how busy that I
did you check any DMs?
I did. And your dad said I have a question for the Bravoholic, and then he didn't say anything.
All right. Well, I got to go to my work meeting. This is short and sweet. This might be one of the worst segments of the year.
I think it's fine. Everybody knows now what you would do if I turned into a worm. That's pretty informative.
I'd put you on a fishing pole and I would cast your ass out.
Oh my gosh.
Right in the Lake Michigan. We'd go up to the condo and I would just get a fishing pole. I'd stand on the beach and I would just cast you and get one of those. I don't even know what kind of fish, like a trout, maybe. No, not a trout.
Salmon?
Like salmon or a bass, big largemouth bass.
You have problems. Oh yeah, well, quickly, speaking of like, you don't know how long something's gonna last. Like, people were so mad at me.
The me having to leave.
Okay, but yeah, but Mary Cosby and Angie K unfollowed each other, and then people were so mad at me for posting about it.
I didn't even look at the comments. People, you posted it. They obviously were like, "We gotta fix."
They're like, "Why'd you post this?" And it's like, how was I supposed to know?
You and every other account posted. They already followed each other back. There's definitely something there. So
of course,
yes, you had to post it. People, once again, we're here to create content. Lindsay is a content creator. This is what pays her bills. I mean, I used to pay the bills, but now she can pay all the bills.
We both pay the bills.
Yeah. So that's how we do it. Yeah.
Right.
I gotta go. I gotta go have lunch with the doctor. So
Doctor,
I'll be back. Pizza party with the kids tonight while you go out for girls' night. All right.
Okay.
See ya.
Okay, bye. Thank you so much for listening, guys. Another insane week. I cannot wait for the Beverly Hills reunion. I can't wait to see the outfits for the Summer House reunion. So much stuff is coming. I'm having a girls' night tonight. I'm excited to go out. Hope you guys have a great week. Thank you guys so much. Love you. Okay, I think I've said enough. If you liked what you heard, please rate, review, subscribe, follow, all the things. And that's what Lindsay says.